Hey guys, welcome to another video of my small urban garden here in central Indiana. I am in zone 5 and today I have a lot to do in this flower bed. This is my what I call my stepping stone flower bed, and honestly it's just been it's getting a little bit chaotic. The amount of weeds and the amount of work that I have to do here is just I have been putting it off, and honestly I'm just it's kind of giving me a headache just thinking about it, but it needs to be done. I have a love-hate relationship with this flower bed right now because on one hand I love how the plants are getting big enough, they are filling spaces, they're looking amazing this time of year. But on another, I have tons of weeds, mainly in between the stepping stones. I planted Irish moss and it did okay. It didn't quite survive the winter. I don't know if it was just too wet or too cold, but some of it survived. Probably about a third of it, maybe a quarter of it came back this year, and the amount of weeds and grass that is just growing in between the stepping stones is just crazy. I have a couple of other small ground cover plants that I have to fill in there, so we'll see how they do. But first I have to clean all of that mess in between there, and also the weeds are just kind of taking over slightly onto the actual flower beds. But on the other hand, I love the heucheras. They're just looking beautiful next to the geraniums. They're looking magnificent. My very small spirea that I have there is almost done blooming, and I definitely have to clean that birth bath there because it needs it bad. The geums are looking amazing. They are just doing great. I love the look of geums in the garden. They look so magical and whimsical. But also the clematis that I have going here, like this white one, Madame Maria, is just absolutely gorgeous. It is a double bloom and it's just so full of life. It's doing really great here. It doesn't get too much sun, and I think that is why the plant is doing really well. And also the one on the arbor, the pink one, is just doing amazing. I am loving how it's looking. It just looks so petite and so small compared to the Madame Maria, but I am loving every piece of it. I have 2 baptisias as well that I need to move. I almost did that last year. I almost got rid of them last year, but I gave them one more chance, and this year for sure. I know that they need to go. They have been there for 4 years and they have never been divided, and they're just gigantic. And I like them, but they do take a lot of space after they bloom, and for texture I think that is fine, but I would like something that it actually blooms throughout the summer. So I have a couple of perennials and a couple of annuals, and even some dahlia tubers that I have there that I'm planning to put in there. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably going to take me a couple of days, if not more, to finish everything that I have to do here. But it has been raining a lot here in central Indiana these past few days, and it has been so crazy hot as well that I have to do this early in the morning or really late during the day. And now with the kids at home from school, it's just hard to find, you know, a good chunk of time to do this all together. But I'll show you what I can, and hopefully at the end I'll give you a small tour of the plants and how they're doing here and everything. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. guys, I am so excited about how the pathway, how the stepping stones are looking. I just absolutely love the look of the gravel in between the stepping stones. It took me a lot of work. It took me definitely a lot longer than a couple of days. But at the end, I think that this is definitely going to help with all the weeds problems that I have been having in the last year or two. And I am very, very excited. The butterfly bush that I have about ready to bloom back there, it's opening up, and something happened back here. I think that a certain child of mine was playing basketball and it sort of crushed half of my roses, and you know, it happens. This pink spirea is definitely almost done blooming. But the geranium, the Roseanne geranium, is just gorgeous there. I love how it sort of fills in spaces. It doesn't stay in a true form, but it just fills in here and there where it needs it. And I love the blooms as well. The millennium garlic that I have in this garden pathway is definitely blooming first. I have other millennium garlic in other areas in my garden, and it's not even showing signs of blooms just yet. And this is my heuchera path that I have going along the sideway of this pathway, and I do have a couple of sedums there that I am just not sure that if I want it there. So sometimes I just place plants in their containers, in their pots where I think I need them, so that I can look at them and make sure that that's where I want them. This Supertunia Picasso in purple is blooming beautifully. I have 3 plants in that container, and the Madame Maria clematis, it's definitely still blooming and it's doing just amazing, you guys. This hydrangea right here is getting ready to bloom. Those blooms are definitely going to get a lot bigger. This was a gift for me, and I am not quite sure the variety. It only gets about 3.5 feet tall, so I am not sure of the variety. I have anemones growing there, some bee balm on the back, and this container right here. I am in love with it, you guys. I have sweet sedum that I started from seed, and then I have some coleus there as well, and it just looks amazing. At the bottom of the arbor here, I have this beautiful clematis growing from it. But I also have this Dusty Miller that I started from seed. And I think that it's doing okay. Hopefully here in the next month, it gets bigger and bigger. This is the area where I have the 2 baptisias that I just took out. They were really, really hard to take out, you guys. I have one there, and I have one over there. And right now I have some cornflowers, and I even found some straw flowers at the store. These are annuals, and I'm hoping that they fill in that space. But also I have a few dahlia tubers planted in there. And hopefully I am not too late in the season for dahlias. Hopefully they do okay. These right here are tricolor sedum. They are supposed to get this purple, pinkish color at the end of the leaves, sort of like a variegated leaf. But I don't see anything yet, so it might just still be too early. I have more anemones there. I have a little limelight there. And I have an oak leaf hydrangea here. I have to figure out something for the outside of that flower bed. The weeds from the neighbor's side are slowly creeping in, and I don't know, I have to figure out something that it will help me with the weeds there as well. I have a quick fire hydrangea here that is getting very close to blooming. Look at that. This thing can get massive if I let it, so I am making sure to prune it each year. And I have more combination of millennium garlic. I have some GMs that are still blooming. They are beautiful. And then I have the two boxwoods there, framing the entrance of the other side. Let me turn around. I just love the path and the gravel. It is definitely a different look, and I just love it so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And until the next time.